Good afternoon. Please remain standing if you are able for the national anthem. Please be seated. Good afternoon, graduates, staff, family, friends, and special guests joining us here today, and all those tuning in through our live stream from around the world. Thank you for being part of this special day as we celebrate the class of 2017. My name is Craig Collins, and I'm the principal of Lunenburg Campus. As we begin today's ceremony, I would like to first acknowledge that we are on traditional Mi'kmaq territory. It is indeed my honor and privilege to welcome you to the 47th Convocation at the Lunenburg campus of the Nova Scotia Community College. I would like to take this opportunity to recognize the retirement of two Lunenburg campus employees, Mr. Andrew Ross, faculty, Natural Resources, Environmental Technology, and Ms. Ellen Ewell, faculty, CAD Technician Mechanical. On behalf of the college community, I want to thank each of you for your contributions you have made to the Nova Scotia Community College and your students, and we wish you the very best in your retirement. I would now like to introduce the platform guests. Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Starting with the second row to my right, Jeremy Porter, Assistant Registrar. Don Huskins Townsend, Manager, Student Services. Christine Arsenault, Director, Enrollment and Registrar. Ashley DeLong, Associate Registrar. Kathleen Allen, Associate Vice President, Enrollment and Student Services. Lucy Canary, Dean, School of Trades and Technology. Marlene McClellan, Dean, School of Health and Human Services. Jill Provo, Dean, School of Access and Flexible Learning. Greg Russell, Dean, School of Business. In the first row to my far right, Monica Foster, Vice President, College Services and Chief Financial Officer. Catherine McLean, Vice President, Campuses and Communities. Anna Burke, Vice President, Academic. Adam LePage, NSCC Board of Governors Representative. Don Bureau, President of the Nova Scotia Community College. The Honorable Mark Fury, MLA-elect, Lunenburg West, Minister of Business and Services, Nova Scotia. Blair Lipsett, Academic Chair, School of Trades and Technology. Carla Wilms, Academic Chair, School of Access. Susan Sanford, Academic Chair, School of Business and School of Health and Human Services. Please join me in welcoming the Honorable Mark Fury, who brings greetings from the province.
Thank you very much, and what a pleasure to join the graduating class for 2017. I've had the privilege to attend convocations in the past, and there's nothing that gives me more confidence for the future of Nova Scotia than to see the graduates as they cross the stage. To our platform guests, to our faculty, to our families, and most importantly, graduates, celebrate this day, take the memories with you, and speak of your experience into the future. You will be mentors at some point in your life. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Mr. Fury.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. As was mentioned earlier, my name is Don Bureau. I'm the president of NSCC, and I have the absolute privilege on behalf of NSCC's 2,000 employees to be standing on this stage to address the graduating class of 2017. And graduates, please know that we're here for one reason and one reason only, and that's to celebrate your success in reaching a very significant milestone in your lives. And in a minute, I will have the honor of presenting to you your diploma or your certificate. But before I do, I want to share a few words with you on the importance of learning being a lifetime endeavor, and my hope that your commitment to learning will extend well beyond today. One of the people who best embodies the concept of lifelong learning that I have had the honor to meet was a recipient of a Nova Scotia Community College honorary diploma just a couple of years ago. And that was Canadian astronaut Colonel Chris Hadfield. You see, when Colonel Hadfield was on the International Space Station, he worked with students and researchers at NSCC in the area of geomatics. And as a way to recognize his many lifetime accomplishments, his extraordinary contributions to science, and his outstanding role modeling for all Canadians, we presented him with an honorary diploma. And prior to the ceremony, I had the pleasure of speaking with Colonel Hadfield, during which time he shared with me his views on education and the power of continuous learning to live a life full of career success and personal happiness. And when I asked him the one message that he'd like to share with our graduates, he said, and I quote, "My advice would be, whether you're working for a large business, running a small business, volunteering in your community, or circling the earth as an astronaut, the rapid pace of change faced by society today requires us all to learn how to continuously learn." He added that we all have a duty. In fact, he called it a civic responsibility to always expect the unexpected and to prepare yourself for such situations, because you'll never know when you'll be called upon to solve a problem at work, to pursue an entrepreneurial opportunity, or to simply provide a helping hand to someone in need, or in essence, to pay forward a kind gesture. And this notion of having a duty to always learn has struck with me, and this year, as I was thinking about the message I wanted to share with you, our graduates, a couple of events in my personal life came to mind that really spoke to Colonel Hadfield's advice. You see, when I was 18 years old, I was in a very serious single-car accident on an old country road by our cottage near Amherst. And the first person on the scene was a very kind lady who was a retired registered nurse who had become a trainer for the Canadian Red Cross first aid courses. If it was not for her commitment to lifelong learning and her willingness to help me that day, I could have easily died. She immediately began to administer first aid, she stopped my bleeding, and she traveled with me to the hospital in the ambulance, providing me with great care and comfort. And when she was about to leave me in the emergency room, I asked her, I said, "What could I possibly do to repay you for your kindness and your care?" And she said to me simply, She said, someday take a first aid course, because you may never know when you're going to have to use those skills, most likely at a time when you least expect it. Well, I never forgot her advice and her call to action, and exactly 20 years ago in 1997, while working at a different post-secondary institution here in Nova Scotia, I won't name the institution, but it's located in Wolfville. That's all I'm going to say. I saw a poster at work one day advertising an advanced first aid course. And while my job did not require me to be a first responder, I said it was time for me to honor that amazing woman who saved my life, so I signed up and I took the course. Over many weeks, I attended very complex and a very deep range of topics in the course. And then when I finished, I wondered to myself, when would I ever possibly be drawn upon to use these particular skills? Well, I did not have to wonder for long, because a month after I completed the course, I was asked to do a favor for a teaching colleague of mine. You see, he was delivering an off-site continuing education course in Digby, and he asked me to fill in for him one morning because he was going to be away. He told me the class was a very small class with exactly 10 very eager and committed students. He explained that there was always 100% attendance, and he said they were very interested in learning about entrepreneurship, a topic for which I had great passion. Well, when I arrived that morning, there were only 9 students in the class. And one of the students, Sarah, had called in. She was expecting a child. And that morning, she had called in saying she had gone into premature labor and she would not be attending class that morning. So I gave my seminar. And while I was driving back to Wolfville from Digby on a country piece of road on the Highway 101, I could see far ahead a broken down car on the side of the highway with its 4-way flashers flashing. As I got closer, I could see a woman trying to frantically wave down traffic. So I pulled over, I rolled my window down, and when I did, I could hear somebody screaming from the back seat. I asked, could I do something to help? And the lady said, oh my soul, she said, thank goodness you stopped. Our car broke down, and my daughter's in premature labor, and she's in the back seat having a baby. So me thinking I was Superman with this new first aid course, I leaped into action, I jumped out of the car, I ran around to their back seat, I opened up the door, and folks, sure enough, there was a young woman about to give birth. And the first thing I asked her was, I said, your name wouldn't be Sarah, would it? She looked at me right in the eye and she said, how in the heck do you know my name? And I said, well, first of all, you missed a great seminar this morning. I said, my name is Dawn Bureau. And she almost had a tear in her eye and she said, I'm so sorry, I really wanted to go to your presentation. Can I get a copy of the class notes? I said, we'll worry about that later. After a few minutes, things calmed down. I was able to get her into my car, and off we went on our journey to the hospital 45 minutes away. And as we were speeding down the highway, I said to her mother, I said, on the floor in the back seat is my first aid textbook. Open it to chapter number 8, childbirthing, and remind me what I need to be doing here. Because about every 10 minutes, Sarah asked us to pull over to the side of the road because she was sure the baby was coming. So I'd bring the car to a screeching halt. I would jump out, run around, be ready, and she'd say, no, I think we're going to make it. I'd run back around and start driving off again. Well, the great news is we finally made it to the hospital, and when I was about to leave her and her mother in the emergency room, she asked me the same question I asked that amazing nurse so long ago. Sarah asked me, what could I possibly do to repay you? And I simply said, take a first aid course, because someday you'll never know when you need to use those skills when you least expect it. She promised me she would do just that, and with one final hug, I continued my journey back to my office, and later that day, I received a call from her mother that Sarah and her new baby daughter were doing just fine. So graduates, as we celebrate the completion of one major stage of your learning, my request of you is simple. in addition to taking a first aid course. Please let your time at NSCC be just one of many learning journeys that you undertake during your life. Because as Chris Hatfield said, lifelong learning is one of the most important of our civic duties, because we all have the responsibility to be prepared for the unexpected, and we should always be in a position to pay forward the amazing gestures of kindness that we received in our lives. And as I think about the word kindness, graduates, whether they are family, friends, amazing members of this campus's team, there are people joining us today who have shown you great kindness as you've completed your studies. So unbeknownst to the graduating class, you have one final assignment before you officially complete your program. I want you to think for a moment of that person or persons who are joining us this afternoon who has shown you great kindness and has helped with your learning journey here at the Lunenburg campus. And I want you now, as your last assignment, to stand up and give a wave to somebody in this room as a way to say thank you for their kindness. So now please stand and give a wave to somebody in the audience, please. Well, thank you and congratulations, because you have now officially completed your program. Well done. And before I conclude, there's one other important group of individuals joining us this afternoon that I want to recognize. You know, for decades, our alumni have been driven by passion to find creative and entrepreneurial ways to give back to their communities with their lifelong learning when faced with the unexpected. So I want to acknowledge our alumni who are joining us today. If you are a past graduate of NSCC or any of our predecessor institutions or schools, or a graduate of CCEDP, would you please now stand to be recognized? That's great, thank you. So graduates, in conclusion, and on behalf of the entire college, it gives me great pleasure to again say congratulations, and I want you to promise me one thing. After walking across this stage this afternoon, I would ask that you please commit to lifelong learning, to always be ready when faced with the unexpected, and to always be willing to pay forward the many gifts and abilities that you now have. Congratulations, thank you for choosing NSCC, and in a phrase, you rock. Great job, thank you very much.
Good afternoon. I'm Blair Lipsett, the Academic Chair for the School of Trades and Technology. We will now present the certificates and diplomas. Before I introduce the first graduate, however, it is our custom to invite faculty members who have taught our grads to join us at the front to congratulate them as each program group is presented. I remind graduates to take their time when receiving their certificates or diplomas so that family and friends can come forward to take pictures. As the flow of graduates to and from the stage must be maintained, we would ask that you please return to your seat after capturing your special moment so that others have the same opportunity. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all of the requirements for credentials in the School of Trades and Technology for their certificate in automotive service and repair. Ryan Forward. Douglas Joy. You can come right up here. Brandon Milbury. Richard Nickerson. Jaden Robar. Luke Vino. Mr. President, the graduates in automotive service and repair. For the information of the audience, those students whose names appear in the program but who are unable to be with us this afternoon are automatically admitted to their respective certificates or diplomas. Mr. President, the candidates for the certificate in diesel repair, industrial, and marine. Antoine Aucoin. Colin Camo Routhier. Cole Crosby, honors. Colton Curley. Jonathan Fletcher. Brendan Geddes. David Griffin. Quentin Hubley. Thanks, Liam. Liam McNeil, honors. Candace Moore. Cameron Otterson. Simon Reinhardt, honors. Jade Smith, honors. Tyler Surette, honors. You're my last guy. Thanks, Mark. Mark Vino. Mr. President, the graduates in diesel repair, industrial, and marine. Mr. President, the candidates for the certificate in electrical, construction, and industrial. Andrew Baxter. Jonathan Cleveland, honors. Brett Dory. Scott Fogarty. Jordan Kendall, honors. Thank you. Kyle Legacy. Robin Lewis, honors. Nathan McMaster. Seamus Stapleton, honors. Thomas Stewart. Isaiah, sorry, just one moment. Just get a picture. Isaiah Stickles. Alex Swinamar. Thomas Vino. Christopher Walker, honors. Mr. President, the graduates in electrical construction and industrial. Mr. President, the candidates for the certificate in refrigeration and air conditioning. Kyle Carroll. Ben Hatt, honors. Justin Hurlbert, honors. Guy Robert, Kenny. Kyle Lowe. Connor Russell. Morgan Zwicker. You saw the red card too, eh? Mr. President, the graduates in refrigeration and air conditioning. Mr. President, the candidates for the diploma in CAD Technician Mechanical. Mr. President, it is a tradition in the Nova Scotia Community College that when an employee has a family member graduating, we offer them the opportunity to participate in the ceremony and present the credential. Shelley Withers joins us now to present her partner with a diploma in CAD Technician Mechanical. Jim Coleman, honors. Sandy Kaiser. Kyle Oikel, honors. Nona Shepard. Mr. President, the graduates in CAD Technician Mechanical. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Drafting Architectural. Gerard Alliong. Jessica Burgoyne. Isaac Easy. Courtney Giza. Aaron O'Quinn, honors. Logan Tanner. Mr. President, the graduates in Drafting Architectural. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Heritage Carpentry. Edward Howlett. Stephen Cromco. I bet you, but I'm not going to. How's it going, Dan? Daniel McNeil. Jace Mullock. Congratulations, Craig. Craig Sperry. Nancy Vaughn. Brad Wenzel. Mr. President, the graduates in Heritage Carpentry. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Natural Resources Environmental Technology. Molly Arnold. Take your time, don't rush. Bianca Boudreau, honors. Callan DeGrace. Ashley DeMarco. Emma Dondale. Caitlin Enders. No problem. Samantha Hudson, honors. Andrew Knapp. Scott Lugar. Jasmine Norris Duffney. Alyssa Poulin. Elijah Soller. Mr. President, the graduates in Natural Resources Environmental Technology.
Good afternoon. I'm Susan Sanford, the Academic Chair for the School of Business and the School of Health and Human Services. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for credentials in the School of Health and Human Services for the Certificate in Community Disability Supports. Kelsey Baker. Sarah Fair. Natasha Hubley. Okay. Savannah Logan. Nicole Patterson. Brooke Rober Honors. Leah Smith, Honors. Michaela Smith. Krista Weigel. Mr. President, the graduates in Community Disabilities Supports. Mr. President, I present to you the candidates for the Certificate in Continuing Care. Danielle Drew. Molly Dunsworth, Honors. Daphne Foley, Honors. Natasha Herman. Jessica Jasmine Lonis. Caroline Marks, honors. Kimberly Martin. Stephanie Martin, honors. Amber McLeod, honors. Candace Oikel. Amber Poole, honors. Amelia Savory, honors. Tara Lynn Silver. Melanie Slonwhite. Teresa Snare, honors. Serene Sullivan, honors. Tiffany Tanner. Kristen Warnell. Marissa Wynot. Brianna Wolf. Mr. President, the graduates in continuing care. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidate who has completed all the requirements for the credential in the School of Business for the certificate in cooking. Liza Joseph, honors. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for the certificate in medical office administration. Melissa Bolton, honors. Sarah Buell, honors. Cassandra Cox. Danielle Connolly, honors. Sarah Corkum, honors. Savannah Cornelius. Kayla Cotreau. Congratulations, you're okay. Kimberly Dagley, honors. Krista Dixon, honors. Caitlin Doherty, honors. Shannon Henderson, honors. Adrian Eisner Tufts. Jenna Mahaney. Stephanie Mills. Sarah Perry Honors. Melita Sanford Honors. Autumn Shepherd Honors. Laura Studley Honors. Rebecca Weaver. Uh-oh. Catherine Wynot Honors. Mr. President, the graduates and medical office administration. Mr. President, the candidate for the certificate in office administration. Colleen Redmond. Mr. President, the candidates for the diploma in business administration. Ellen Collicutt. Darian Kierstead. Miranda Marsh Honors. Rachel Parker. Mr. President, the candidates for the diploma in business administration accounting. Tyler Barkos. Eva Ernst Honors. Mohammed Hamoud, honors. Brianne Hatt. Nicholas Legg. Zachary Lorenz Rose. Desiree Roy. Allison Wenzel.
Yeah, but you stay here for a minute.
Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Business Administration, Marketing. Wesley Damone. Catlin Garber. Morgan Lunn. Mr. President, the graduates in business administration. Mr. President, the candidates for the Diploma in Culinary Arts. Sean Manakarakis. Travis Pollen. Alan Snarby, honors. Nikita Wallace.
Good afternoon. I'm Carla Wilms, the Academic Chair for the School of Access. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidate who has completed all the requirements for the credential in the School of Access for the Nova Scotia High School Graduation Diploma for Adults. Guillaume Lennox. Mr. President and invited guests, I present to you the 2017 graduating class of the Lunenburg Campus, Nova Scotia Community College.
Good afternoon. I'm Dawn Huskins Townsend, the Manager of Student Services. Tuesday evening, we hosted a student success celebration to honor all award winners and our community partners. Before we present the following awards, would all of the award winners from Tuesday evening please stand, and would you please join me in congratulating them on their success? It is now indeed my pleasure to announce the 5 major award winners. I would ask each graduate to come to the stage as his or her name is announced. We now welcome the Honorable Mark Fury, MLA-elect Lunenburg West, to come forward to present the Governor General's Academic Medal. This is awarded to a graduating student who has achieved the highest academic standing in a college diploma program. The recipient is Eva Ernst. We now welcome Adam LePage, NSCC Board of Governors representative, to come forward to present the Board of Governors Award. This is awarded to a graduating student of a college diploma program who has demonstrated outstanding academic achievement and contributed to campus and/or community activities. The recipient is Mohammed Hamoud Mohammed. We now welcome Catherine McLean, Vice President, Campuses and Communities, to come forward to present the Foundation Award. This is awarded to a graduating student of a college program who has demonstrated outstanding academic achievement and whose service and leadership have made a difference in the lives of others. The recipient is Samantha Hudson, Natural Resources Environmental Technology. We now welcome Don Bureau, President of the Nova Scotia Community College, to come forward to present the President's Award. This is awarded to a graduating student of a college certificate program who has demonstrated outstanding academic achievement and contributed to campus and/or community activities. The recipient is Catherine Wynot, Medical Office Administration. We now welcome Greg Russell, Dean, School of Business, to come forward to present the Nova Scotia Community College Gold Medal. This is awarded to a graduating student of a college certificate program who has achieved the highest academic standing. The recipient is Catherine Wynot, Medical Office Administration. Mr. President and invited guests, I present to you the 2017 award winners for the Lunenburg campus of the Nova Scotia Community College. I now have the distinct honor of introducing this year's valedictorian. Tyler Surette was nominated this year as the Lunenburg Campus Valedictorian and was chosen to represent the 2017 class. Tyler graduated today from our Diesel Repair, Industrial, and Marine program with honors. Tyler balanced academics with various campus and student life activities this past year. He was a Student Association class representative, a test drive mentor, and worked on Bikes for Kids with the United Way for Lunenburg County. Tyler has secured employment in his field with DAC Industrial Engines in Dartmouth. Please join me in welcoming Tyler to the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you to our platform guests, faculty, staff, friends, and family here today. But most importantly, to my fellow graduates. Here we are, credentials in hand, now ready for our new futures. When selected to be the voice of 2017, ideas rushed through my mind. How can I validate the experience of so many unique individuals when I've only experienced my own journey? The reality is, many similarities lie within our journeys. And if I can touch on something that you can relate to your own experience, I will feel as though I've done the class of 2017 justice. Although our starting points varied, our goals were the same. Some came with much confidence and skill in their respective field, while others built a basis of knowledge from the ground up. Some came financially prepared for the journey ahead, while some strategically planned week by week to carry the financial burden of college. And some came with educational preparedness, while others came with only the hope that this learning environment would better support their success. But regardless of which of these scenarios sound most familiar to you, being here today signifies that you've overcome that obstacle. I think that everybody has a moment. And when I say moment, I mean everybody has that pivotal time in their life where they decide that where they are is not their final destination. I remember the moment quite clearly, the day I decided to change my life. As you know, the ocean is not particularly forgiving in the month of January. And as I sat in the freezing cold, soaked through my coveralls, waiting for the next boat to appear from around the point, I thought, this is not my final destination. To the right of me sat the hardest working man I've ever known, my grandfather. His time-worn hands showed the effects of a self-made businessman. And because of his hard work and the skills he provided me with, I knew I could always rely on him for employment. But I also knew it was time for me to show both him and I that I was capable of taking all that he taught me and turning it into a career. Even to this day, I am unable to place a dollar value on all the technical skills and life lessons he's taught me. I only hope he feels a great sense of pride as he sits here in the audience today. So, cell phone in hand, I began scrolling through the program listings, and there it was. Diesel repair, industrial, and marine. Immediately, wheels started turning. The more I read, the more potential I saw. Right there, drenched and surprisingly hopeful, I applied. And 2 weeks later, a letter of acceptance came. And that following September, I was a college student. When you think back throughout your own journey, I hope that you too can see the value in your pivotal moment. There will be many of these difficult, pivotal moments in our lives, and I hope that we will seize these new opportunities, much the same way we seized our NSCC moment. I hope you remember how much you gained by making this commitment. So September came, and there I was, surrounded by strangers in an unfamiliar place, with a name lanyard around my neck. Ultimately, we go back to moments when we are not so sure. Moments we feel vulnerable, anxious, and a little bit alone. Think of that first moment you spent in the seat of a school bus as it pulled away from the drive. Or perhaps the day you walked into high school for your very first time. How we overcome these moments will impact us for the rest of our lives. There's value in remembering to look at the opportunity a situation presents instead of the fear you first feel. I'll ask you to look around now and identify the way you feel about the faces around you. I'll ask you to remember how you felt within the same group on September 7th. I don't need to hear the responses to the questions I've posed. I can see it on your faces. In every new space, whether it be at a school, a new town, or a new career opportunity, remember that the fear and uncertainty are a temporary state. Soon enough, much like Lunenburg Campus, a piece of you will be sorry to leave it. Lunenburg Campus, to those who have never attended, is a maze of hallways and rooms, or maybe an oddly shaped building that forever seems to have people on the crosswalk. When I think about Lunenburg Campus, I don't think of an odd shape or how confusing the B-wing is. In fact, the first thought that comes to my mind is a name. A person who has been influential in my personal success. George McNeary, thank you for making big opportunities seem achievable and new beginnings a bit less scary, and knowing that we can come home to the bottom level of that B-wing for reassurance anytime. For every student in this crowd today, there is a name, maybe more than one, that represents their own gratitude. Whoever that person may be, think of them now as we give a round of applause to the faculty and staff who call Lunenburg Campus home. There is no doubt that while we're sitting here today, this will not be the last great success that we see in our lives. And it seems that the consensus from most of my fellow graduates is that you have to keep your strongest motivator in good condition, yourself. Remember that things are not always what they seem. This is a diesel grad delivering the final address. Work hard, but remember that success is not the only thing that defines you. Take care of your health and request guidance when needed. Your instincts are powerful, listen to them. And never let fear dictate the path you travel. There will be times in your life where you'll feel depleted or less capable at managing the situation at hand. But remember, your track record is good. You've survived 100% of your worst days to date. Speak when you need to, but acknowledge that listening is the key component to communication. Thanks, Shelley. Be confident, but accept that you are not the best at everything in the world. Others have great strengths too. Give back to your community, think before you speak, and never forget the value of following through with something you truly believe you can do. Measuring success is subjective. Don't allow others to dictate your vision of personal success. My hope is that you feel a great sense of pride in your accomplishments and find success in the next phase of your journeys. Congratulations to the class of 2017. This is your moment. Breathe it in.
Standing ovation. Thank you, Tyler. Please accept this as a token of our appreciation.
Graduates, after receiving your credential on stage, you were presented with your NSCC alumni pin. We hope that from this moment forward, you will wear it proudly. Because today, when you shed your gown, your connection to NSCC does not end. Yesterday, you were students. Today, you are grads. Forever, you are Nova Scotia Community College alumni. This ceremony will be available on NSCC's YouTube channel for those family members and friends who are unable to attend today. I would like to pause for a moment and ask if we turn our attention away from our graduates and ask all of our staff and faculty at Lunenburg campus to please stand for one moment so that we can recognize the outstanding contribution that you've made to the success of our graduates this year. Thank you very much. I would also like to take this time to thank the many people who have contributed to this afternoon's celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to invite you to join us in the atrium for reception following the ceremonies. Would everyone please stand and remain standing until the stage party, staff, and students have left the auditorium. Convocation has ended.